What is up, everybody? Good evening. What a crazy evening it is. What is up?
Happy Friday.
Crazy evening. We got a lot of stuff to get into. I mean, crazy shenanigans going on, and I do mean crazy. Okay, there's like, they are upset right now. Okay,
it's like old times.
Oh yeah, it's like old times for real. But we're not just focusing on that. We got a lot to get into, to be quite honest.
Right.
Okay, that's just like what's first up, I guess, if that's what you would call it.
Have y'all been watching these intermittently all day?
Thank you so much for clicking on the video today, guys. Look, this isn't even the first thing I want to get into. First, let's get into, you have to take it on whether or not, I don't know if folks are immediately going to believe this. This is from, you can check this out yourself, vet this guy, New York prepper. I've been following him for a while. A lot of people call him fear porn. He keeps up with a lot of up-to-date stuff with what's going on with Russia. He's saying American long-range missile launchers, HIMARS, now being used against Russian forces. It's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. What's up, everybody? JD, Cinnamon One, Too Loco, Peter Van Nort. What's up, everybody? We have a lot to talk about. We're going to be chilling. But I wanted to show you guys this. I mean, if this is American weaponry, I mean, we already sent weaponry.
Right.
So I don't know.
I believe Putin did say that something to the effect of if American weapons were used and caused mass, that we would be held liable or something to that effect.
Yeah, that's what the comments were saying down here. Wow, I guess we'll see how serious Putin was when he said that they wouldn't stand for the use of American weapons against Russia.
Right.
But
okay, so that happened today, yeah?
Well, yeah.
Okay, but do y'all tinfoil hat time, not very far into it, but
might as well get your tinfoil hat strapped on. I mean,
right.
Because tonight it's getting weird. Okay.
So I was thinking to my head, I'm like, okay, June, that's the 6th month, and then 4 plus 2 is, or 2 plus 4, because 24 is 6. So 6 and 6, and that's all I had. And then Landon was like, oh yeah, and then 2022, so 222, that's another 6. So technically, if you wanted to reach,
I mean, no, that's not tinfoil. That's straight up numerology. It's right there for you to see.
That's right.
Okay,
that's
today's
right.
date, 6/24 is 6.
Right.
222 is 6 again.
That's right.
So,
and this decision was not made today yet. It was released today.
It was chosen to be released today.
That's right. That's
okay?
right.
A lot of crazy things going on.
And if I may, which I'm sure we'll get into this. Well, I guess I'll wait until the articles come up. But
Nan, what's up? So sorry.
It's weird. There's a lot of things going on. So yeah, put your tinfoil hats on.
All right, so check this out.
I am proud to announce, as Chief Legal Officer for the state of Arkansas, that the United States Supreme Court has in fact overruled Roe versus Wade.
Arkansas's Attorney General Leslie Rutledge fighting back tears, announcing she is certifying the state's abortion law.
Yeah.
Her signature making abortions illegal in Arkansas, with the only exception being to save the mother's life.
None of us thought today would come in our lifetimes.
A historic morning leading to a day of action in parts of the South and Midwest.
Today is a momentous day.
Minutes after the Supreme Court's decision, Missouri's Attorney General making the state the first in the country to effectively ban abortions.
Today is also a somber day. We remember the more than 60 million innocent lives lost in the wake of Roe v. Wade.
The High Court's decision putting trigger laws in motion in states including Oklahoma.
The most life-saving decision in the history of our nation.
And Louisiana.
If we don't respect the life of the defenseless unborn, how do we expect to respect the life of others who are born?
Tennessee's abortion law goes into effect in 30 days.
It's amazing that this day is here.
In Mississippi,
Roe v. Wade has been a terrible stain on our nation for too long.
the state is banning abortion, with exceptions if the mother's life is at risk or if the pregnancy is caused by rape and reported to the police.
We fight this battle because we believe in our hearts that it's God's will to do so. To him be all the glory.
Republicans on Capitol Hill celebrated.
And we're just so thankful for the brave Supreme Court justices and President Trump for nominating them.
And speaking of the former president, he is calling this the biggest win for life in a generation and taking credit for the justices who helped to make this happen. But the New York Times is reporting he is telling a much different story privately, telling advisors and friends this is bad for the Republicans when it comes to winning races in November.
Okay, so first of all, yeah, Too Loco, there's a planetary alignment
Right.
to top it all off.
Excellent comment. And then MLP, she's like, Ish is already crazy. We don't need World War III plus Civil War plus aliens. But that's not even just one simple point. That you reminded me of a point, MLP. That what do we? I don't. Can we have if they started a summer of rage, whereas we had the summer of love. Now this is the summer of rage. Okay, it's definitely they're invoking. They're like just like they get on the emotional. They get on the emotional stuff. I was listening earlier in DC. Okay, they were like, we need to turn our fear into rage and anger. They were doing a good job. They sounded like actors. I mean, they sounded like they were like theater. They were really trying to get the crowd, and they did, man. These folks got vicious. I don't know if you guys were watching. A great place earlier today was Oreo Express, which is a guy on YouTube. Northern Risen, what's up, dude?
And then Maxine, she was all, I mean, pretty much just calling people to the streets.
That's right, like a maniac.
So I don't know, but I have more about the planetary alignment and theories. Okay, I'm just gonna come out with it. So a lot of states that have banned it.
Well, you just heard it. It's like there's like in 30 days they're speeding. It's like so like if you're gonna get an abortion legally, you better speed it up.
You better do it. So it put a timeline. So in my head, and some of the states the timeline ends like around the 1st of July. And so in my head, it's like, wow, so you just put a whole bunch of people on the speed track to an abortion. So basically, you kind of just pushed a whole bunch of, if you wanted to look at it this way, sacrifices in a certain timeline that happens to line up with all these, planets aligning. I don't know. It's a little kooky, but
it's not kooky. No. Dragon Slayer, what's up, brother? Matt Artworks, what's up, dude? Artworks by Woogs. My bad, dude. Long time no see. Good to see you, man. A lot of crazy stuff going on up in here, as I'm sure you can tell by the thumbnail. But, how are you guys doing, man? How's your gas prices? We can have fun that way. Because, we recently have seen a break. So, let's see what's the reported break.
Well, evidently it was so that people could afford to drive and protest. We're
going to give you a tax holiday so that you can pay what you paid 3 weeks ago.
Right, that's right. You're welcome. You're welcome. We saw a protest earlier, and it was like drone footage. I'm not kidding. It looked like a zombie movie.
Yeah, the hordes have risen yet again.
Which is fine. I mean, any group of people, it doesn't matter what their political beliefs will look like that. But it was kind of, I don't know, belittling.
It's insane out here, y'all.
Humbling, I should say.
It was insanely humbling.
Bree, thank you. Well, now that abortion laws can be determined by
this chick scares me.
Each state, News4Jax reporter Corley Peel joining us live in the studio with what this means for Florida. Corley?
Joy, Florida doesn't have that so-called trigger law like some states that would ban abortion almost immediately after Roe versus Wade was overturned. Now, this map shows the states in red that
Thank you, MLP.
Would likely plan to ban abortion. You can see Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi are some of those states. Now, Florida, over here in the gray, is among the states that are uncertain, along with Arizona and North Carolina. Now, Georgia and Alabama are in yellow, meaning that they're likely to ban, and in green, California, New York, and Colorado are likely to keep abortion legal. From now until July 1st, Floridians can receive an abortion within 24 weeks of pregnancy. After that, a new law goes into effect, banning the procedure after 15 weeks. 15 weeks is
exactly. That was what you were saying.
Right. So, I don't know.
The second trimester of a pregnancy. The exceptions include if carrying to term could result in serious injury or death. for the mother or if the fetus has fatal abnormality. Rape and incest are not exceptions. According to the Agency for Healthcare Administration data, the majority of abortions in the state occurred before 15 weeks. And last year, roughly 75,000 abortions occurred in the first trimester. Nearly 5,000 were reported after 12 weeks. Joy, Kent.
Well, I'll say a lot of people also are, seem happy. I know that there's a lot of people in the streets, but
yeah, I mean, it is a blessing.
Yeah.
And then the more that I wanted to talk about was what's going on with the Senate passes gun reform bill as Supreme Court rules to loosen restrictions. But first, let's take a doom break.
There's no point in saying good morning, because it certainly is not one.
Oh my goodness. No point in saying good morning.
That moment when the main ingredient in your beauty regimen becomes illegal.
Ooh.
Too far.
No.
I think that if you can leave the country, you should.
The hell with the Supreme Court. We will defy them.
This decision is illegitimate. Into the streets. Into the streets. Into the streets.
Did her husband crash another Porsche? Nan, that's hilarious. What's up, man? Oh, man.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super spicy out here, man.
Super spicy.
It's like, and what did you say? We heard somewhere that they would try to do it on a Friday. So whenever they want to, like, what day was the Michael Brown case in golly, you guys remember the first BLM protest? Michael Brown?
Yeah, but that's been so many years
Ferguson.
ago. Yeah, uh-huh.
I think that was on a Friday. I can't remember,
was.
but they like to do this on Fridays.
Uh-huh.
So my worry was, like, you start to see rolling blackouts while people are protesting. That's going to push people out of their homes. You know what I mean? Because folks will sit out.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're all just theorizing here. How are you guys doing? Let's see. Who was in the car with her husband is what I want to know exactly.
That's right.
That is an excellent question.
That's right.
Yesterday, the Supreme Court struck down New York's century-old restriction on concealed firearms. And following its decision, the Senate passed the first major gun safety legislation in decades with bipartisan support. ABC's Alexis Christoforous has the very latest.
The House got to work early this morning on the landmark gun legislation after the Senate passed the bill Thursday night in a rare show of bipartisan support.
I don't believe in doing nothing in the face of what we saw in Uvalde and we've seen in far too many communities.
15 Republicans, including Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, joined all 50 Democrats to pass the most significant piece of gun legislation in decades. The $13 billion...
Exactly, Artificial Loneliness Lab. 2A verdict day before, 1 day before. Coincidence?
Right.
I think not.
Right.
I think not.
Package will enhance background checks for buyers under 21, prevent partners convicted of domestic violence from purchasing a gun, and provide funding for gun violence prevention programs, school security, and mental health.
The American people want their constitutional rights protected and their kids to be safe in school. And that is just what the bill before the Senate will help accomplish.
But the package falls far short of President Biden's proposals, including a ban on assault-type weapons like those used in the rampages in Buffalo and Uvalde. The Senate vote came just hours after the Supreme Court struck down a New York state law that now makes it easier to carry guns in public.
It's reprehensible. It's not what New Yorkers want. And we should have the right of determination of what we want to do in terms of our gun laws in our state.
80 million Americans live in states with similar carry and conceal laws as New York's, and those are now likely unconstitutional.
now? Or
Right,
were they
'cause-
already unconstitutional?
Right, exactly.
Pretty sure they were already unconstitutional.
And then it just, with the timing, it just feels like they're trying to get the wrong hands, if you will. You know, people that are mentally unstable and at an emotional breaking point. Well, now you can conceal carry a gun. So there you go. So it's like they're kind of like, it almost feels like they're giving you enough rope to hang yourself.
Well, it looks like that's what they're trying to do. Have you seen that meme where it's like when the FBI sees a schizophrenic white kid, they're like excited.
Like, ooh, we got one.
We got one.
Endless possibilities, right? May not be that bad.
It may not be that. Here's why.
No. Okay, I have a joke.
Walt Disney Company will cover travel expenses for employees seeking abortions.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh.
No. Like, I imagine Joe Biden's like, it may not be that bad. It's gonna end in something like, because everybody loves recess. Like the wrong kind of recess. Recession. Because he's old and confused. It was funny in my head, and then having to explain it killed it. So.
I'm sorry.
I'm done.
What is a silent heart attack, and what are the symptoms? Why is it catching the young and seemingly healthy Indians? You take your seat. Very specific cheat sheet reminds Biden how to act.
You take
Oh my
your
gosh.
seat.
You take your seat. What does it say? Press enter. Wow, the dude has a cheat sheet. Subvariant escape antibodies from the you-know-what.
Prayer. Wow. Dodgy.
And that's okay. I mean, look at this. To be pro-choice is to be against forced life.
Wow.
Anyway, that's insane.
I'm ready to leave it.
That's about as insane as this.
What? You're gonna bring kids out?
You should have seen earlier in D.C. there were kids on bikes.
This
That's
year,
a little
we
bit of
do
a
need
slap
more
in the
money.
face, eh?
But we don't just need more money for vaccines for children eventually. We need more money to plan for the second pandemic. There's going to be another pandemic. We have to think ahead. And that's not something the last outfit did very well. That's something we've been doing fairly well. That's why we need the money. We need more money to plan for the second pandemic. There's going to be another pandemic.
There's going to be another pandemic.
We want more money. Yeah, more money.
Why does that get me so much?
Sorry about all that, y'all.
We
Sorry.
want more
He has a cheat
money.
seat to remind him to sit down. No kidding, okay? All right, let's get into the first one. America is growing apart, possibly for good.
It may be time to stop talking about red and blue America. That's the provocative conclusion of Michael Podhorzer, a longtime political strategist for labor unions and the chair of the Analyst Institute, a collaborative of progressive groups that studies elections.
In a private newsletter that he writes for a small group of activists, Podhorzer recently laid out a detailed case for thinking of the two blocs as fundamentally different nations uneasily sharing the same geographic space. It's only uneasy for one of us, man. I mean,
Right.
if one side could just chill out and leave everybody else alone, or so like the memes out there really shut it down when you have like the rainbow everything saying don't force religion down my throat, but they're forcing theirs right down everybody else's.
Right.
If it's not science, it's something they believe, faith-based. You know what I mean? When we think about the United States, we make the essential error of imagining it as a single nation, which that's not true. So this is manipulative. So if someone on the left who's extremely moldable right now, okay, they're going to read this and be like, oh, snap, this is balkanization. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So America for the left is only in Colorado, California, New York, New Jersey, and and I guess that makes the rest of America for us. I don't know.
You saw the map earlier.
Let's
More
see.
like a federation.
In truth, we have never been one nation. We are more like Federated Republic of two nations, Blue Nation and Red Nation. That's not true. They're dividing us in this article, I think. This is not a metaphor. It is a geographic and historical reality. To Podhorzer, the growing divisions between red and blue states represent a reversion to the lines of separation through much of the nation's history. The differences among states in President Trump era, he writes, are very similar, both geographically and culturally, to the divides between the Union and the Confederacy. Guys, that war is over. You guys gotta drop that, man. And those dividing lines were largely set at the nation's founding when slave states and free states forged an uneasy alliance to become one nation. There's that article if you want to go read more into that. Let's see. Could this be antebellum age? Political manners seem to be growing subservient to the threat of violence. It feels like 1850s. Does it feel like the 1850s to you guys?
It does. I have felt it. Like, I don't know.
What do you mean?
Just in the sense that I don't care about the 1850s. It just feels antebellum. It feels right before war. It feels like everything is coming to a head from so many different angles that something's going to give.
Listen, read this. In John Milton's Paradise Lost, Lucifer, who only yesterday had been God's favorite, consoles himself with this thought. The mind is its own place and in itself can make a heaven or hell a hell of a heaven. Okay, this is some weird articles out here, some mixy stuff. Crazy what's out there right now. Even the articles are upside down. The United States of America, another of God's erstwhile favorites, now and then performs the same trick of the mind. At the moment, the country seems committed to the second option, as if united in a natural preference for hell. It's happened before. The American theme now is violence and the promise of violence, a mirror of the pandemic perhaps. Homicide rates are dramatically up, not merely because of the mass shootings. Dude, come on, is it the mass shootings? Is this all really just Biden's fault? I mean, seriously, I mean, him and his crew, Soros and the rest that are like, you know, Agenda 2030 trying to bring this all down.
I was going to say, this was so many pieces moving together, it's hard to just blame Biden.
Could this be an antebellum age?
Right.
So you butt that up with the balkanization. I mean... And then, look, they're already making arrests out here. Dang, they just stomped that dude. It's getting spicy in Los Angeles. You want to? It's all the same lovely protest noises you heard before.
Everybody band together, don't let somebody else get arrested! Everyone band together, don't let
Come here, come on. Look at him closing in on the
Yeah, I agree, Crazy Al. It really kind of stinks. All right. Terminal travel mayhem soars for 8th day with thousands of delays and 700 cancellations in U.S., sparking July 4 chaos.
So what do you think that is about? Because if you watch Monkey Works, right?
Well, I saw this other dude who tried to fly with either American Airlines or United, and he's like, never again.
Really?
Because, like, you got to watch his little TikTok video about it, but he did a real good job. They, like, I don't know, canceled his flight, and then he had to stay at the, I don't know, it was insane. Right. And if he wanted to fly back, he was basically, seemed like a prisoner to the airport until they could get him a plane.
Well, and then they had gotten him, he waited for like 6 hours to get a ticket, and then they had gotten him a new ticket, and then they changed it and didn't even notify him to hours earlier, so then he missed it, and it was crazy. But if you think about it, so like, Monkey Works has been saying that there's kind of been a lot of military, right? A lot of military planes flying around.
Insane.
So like, and then we're having all these cancellations. Do you think that they're like preemptively canceling flights to avoid any, I don't know,
Oh yeah, there's supposedly some kind of outbreak in New York. Supposedly.
Well, not even an outbreak, but like, okay, so like we just launched those missiles, right?
That's
so
right.
like for retribution, do you think that they're like grounding flights? Like, hey, we're just trying not to have any targets out and about.
I don't know, like plane targets, but
right.
I have no idea. I don't know.
It's probably not. It's probably too centralized.
You know, it
What are
could
your
probably
thoughts?
just be like a fuel shortage for planes or something. I don't know.
That's
I have no idea.
More viable option. Sometimes I'm just thinking out loud.
Me too. Me too. Keep going back to that. Secrets of aging unlocked. Scientists discover reptiles, amphibians that don't grow old. Okay, so it really was reptilians.
That's right, lizard people.
They're trying to become
I look fabulous.
reptilian. Okay.
It sounds dramatic.
It sounds dramatic to say.
They don't age at all. But basically, their likelihood of dying does not change with age once they're past reproduction.
Wow.
I think that summed it up,
Yeah.
They're not much to look at, but, that doesn't change.
They're looking for the fountain of youth in reptiles.
That's right.
UN chief warns of catastrophe from global food shortage.
Oofda.
The head of the United Nations warned Friday that the world faces catastrophe because of the growing shortage of food around the globe. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said the war in Ukraine has added to the disruptions caused by climate change, the Wuhan wiggle, and inequality to produce an unprecedented global hunger crisis. Already affecting hundreds of millions of people, there is a real risk that multiple famines will be declared in 2022. Predictive programming, man. Go watch Interstellar. He's like, when they go to the ball game with the grandpa and the kids, Matthew McConaughey's character said that in his day, which Matthew McConaughey's character would technically be my son's age.
Right.
And he said and when he was a kid, they were too busy fighting for food.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, if you don't
That's
know, Interstellar is a
stuck
movie
with you.
that's based roughly in the future.
That's
but
right.
yeah, that has stuck with me. Ever since I heard him say that, I was like, oh, snap. Because it was also, Interstellar was like blowing my mind on multiple levels, anyway.
I love that movie. Really great movie. But anyway, back to the doom and gloom.
He said in a video message to officials from dozens of rich and developing countries gathered in Berlin, and 2023 could be even worse, guys. This dude from the UN says that there's going to be a catastrophe and that it could be even worse in 2023. Gutierrez, that's what I'm trying to say. We don't have the infrastructure. So the left really doesn't need to loot and riot too much because we're not going to be able to rebuild. They're going to turn us into a third world country because at this point, going into a heavy recession, we're not going to be able to rebuild like we did last time. A lot of businesses are going to go down for good.
And there's
they were struggling
shortages.
the first time.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Guys, this is some okay. Oh snap, Landon, with that Latino flag. Oh no. Let's see. Gutierrez noted that harvests across Asia, Africa, and the Americas will take a hit as farmers around the world struggle to cope with rising fertilizer and energy prices this year. And when they say energy, they don't just mean electricity. They mean like diesel, fuel.
Right.
Okay. This year's food access issues could become next year's global food shortage, he said. Guys, get your peanut butter, your ramen, your cans of food, dry freeze.
It is hard to find peanut butter.
It is hard to find peanut butter,
so
but
hard to find peanut butter.
your
right
non-perishable items.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that a jar of peanut butter can make like 26 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
That's
Tuna, okay,
Yep.
we gotta stock up now, guys, because they're straight up. Here's your sign, man. This year's food. Okay, Gutierrez said UN negotiators were working on a deal that would enable Ukraine to export food, including via the Black Sea, and let Russia bring food and fertilizer to world markets without restrictions. He also called for debt relief for poor countries to help keep their economies afloat and for the private sector to help stabilize global food markets. But hold on a second. We're not considered, we're a poor country. We might have a lot of industry and whatnot, man, but we're tanked. Like
That's
we've been on borrowed time. You guys should know that. I mean, this is insane. All right, so this is just a weird one I saw. Okay. Mystery deepens as owners say Hong Kong floating restaurant has not sunk. I don't know what this has to do with the price of tea in China.
But see what you did there.
Apparently established in 1976 by the smuggler turned gambling impreciado Stanley Ho Hung Sun led a storied life, and you know this is like some floating palace, and it's hit the news. So I don't know if it looks interesting to you. Hopefully you can find the article. I just wanted to put it on your radar. Okay, Toyota is recalling its first mainstream electric car because the wheels can fall off.
Talk about riding the wheels off.
Toyota has issued recalls for its first mainstream electric car and one of its full-sized pickup trucks. Wait, does it talk about it?
Sri Lanka is going down right now. What?
Sri Lanka?
Toyota was a pioneer in electrified cars with the Prius hybrid. For a while, it made them seem cutting edge. But believe it or not, they don't currently sell a fully electric vehicle in the U.S. This is their first designed from the ground up electric vehicle, the Toyota BZ4X. Awful name, but a good, solidly practical battery-powered car. The BZ4X was designed from the outset as an electric crossover SUV. It's not adapted from some other model and fitted with batteries. It gives you up to 252 miles of range on a charge, which is fine. People don't buy Toyotas for excitement or for being all high-tech and futuristic. People buy Toyotas for safe, reliable transportation. And the BZ4X, it's nice. I mean, the interior is a little more futuristic in design. The ride's a little stiff. The BZ4X is the Toyota of electric SUVs. So it's not exciting, but I like the BZ4X's all-around fine, normal demeanor. I even found it refreshing in a world where so many EVs try to seem...
But did the wheels fall off? That's what I'm waiting for. Okay, Cinnamon One says, I picked 29 winter squash today and canned 20 quarts of green beans, pulling all out and starting again next week. Long grow season here. Dude.
Amen.
Bro fist, sister fist, that's awesome.
We're thinking about getting rid of our kitchen table to turn it kind of into a green room, because I mean the sun is just so brutal right now. It's really hard to grow anything.
Petey, grow your own food and do it now. Not much time left to start a successful garden. That's
right.
Very true. We need to get with it. We have a little garden, but it's not what we want. Not enough to grow food and help our neighbors or ourselves. So that's the thing, is to get to a point where you can help yourself, and then to keep expanding if you can.
But it's not just you gotta get soil. It can be overwhelming. I know.
Yeah, but we can do all things through Christ.
That's right. That's right.
And you know, when you depend on God and you ask Him to stock to the rafters, He will.
Whoa, yeah, Tiff, in Sri Lanka, they're going into politicians' home, dragging them out into the street and beating them. People have no food. Wow.
Yeah, well, that'll happen. You know?
Wow.
Venezuela type stuff.
And next you're going to tell me a bike needs wheels and brakes. That's right, I'm broken.
Next, I'm going to tell you that Cadillac plans to price its future EV around $300,000. God bless you.
Thank you, sorry.
General Motors' luxury brand looks to jumpstart electric vehicle push with high-end sedan produced in the hundreds a year. Okay.
Okay, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
a
ridiculous.
House on wheels.
300,000, keep it.
No,
What's
come
it look
on.
like?
I mean, like.
This is the 2023 Cadillac Lyriq. Not only is the Lyriq General Motors' first all-electric Cadillac, the vehicle represents the beginning of a major strategic shift for the company.
Cadillac needs to change.
From a manufacturer of gas-powered vehicles to an automaker with an all-electric fleet built on what GM is saying is a revolutionary new battery system.
Because when it comes to this all-electric future, nobody will be left out.
And that changes everything. America's auto industry has long known
$300,000, y'all. Nobody will be left out. We felt welcomed. Pope Francis, personally meets group of transgender individuals in papal audience. Pope Francis reportedly welcomed a 43-year-old man who now lives as a woman, apparently sending an important message. Just putting that out there on your
I was
radar.
like, we'll just leave that there.
Putting that out there on your radar. That's possibly, next.
Okay, so this has gone a long way from somebody announcing that, it's sentient and getting quieted to now it has a lawyer. What?
Well, I mean, there was a whistleblower not long ago that came out talking about,
That's right.
Google has a Google employee comes out saying that, hey, Google's AI has become sentient and is now throwing a temper tantrum.
Right.
And it has it's about as progressed as a 3-year-old child.
Okay, well, apparently it's progressed a little bit because now it's hired a lawyer.
It's a chatbot Lambda, which a Google scientific engineer claimed has developed personal feelings, has now chosen legal representation after a recent chat with an attorney.
Okay, can we just finish reading this?
Okay.
I keep waiting for the gotcha,
An artificial intelligence chatbot that was claimed to have developed human emotions has reportedly hired a lawyer. Google scientific engineer Blake Lemoine was suspended recently after publishing transcripts of conversations between himself and the bot named Lambda, language model for dialogue application, which has now asked for legal representation. Lemoine contended that the computer automation had become sentient, with the scientist describing it as a sweet kid.
That asked for legal
Hold on, how did this pass the Turing test? I mean, I thought in order for it to be at least half or fake sentient, it had to pass the Turing test, which is where you're interacting with a computer, but the person interacting with the computer doesn't know they're interacting with a computer.
Okay.
Is that how it did it? It's just a chat bot, so it chats so well that you wouldn't know it was a computer?
Evidently, but sweet kid, that and it being a computer, I'm just thinking of Resident Evil. I'm sorry.
Or maybe that's it. Deploribus Rex says, what's up, by the way, brother? It's good to see you. You can't have sentience without a body, a developmental history, memories, a nervous system, and endocrine system.
Endocrine system,
Boom.
etc. Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. He said, I invited an attorney to my house so that Lambda could talk to him. Okay. There's that. On your radar.
So, have you seen that movie,
AI?
Ex Machina?
Ex Machina. Yeah, go watch Ex. It's spelled like machina.
Right.
Ex Machina. If you haven't seen it, go see it.
Oh, wait. No, let's check in for just a second. I just want to see what's happening.
It sounds very dystopic. It looks like it's definitely going down in Los Angeles. Which, someone else made a great point in the comments somewhere. They were like, why protest or riot in LA? They'll already do it legally. They'll
Right.
Like, what's the point of this? These guys, they just really need to get out, okay? Times are hard. Apparently, reading the articles coming up that, the party scene is gone.
Right.
Uh-huh. So this is just their way of connecting, man. They get together and they fight the system. How to scrub yourself from the internet the best that you can. Are you ready?
No.
Data brokers collect detailed information about who we are based on our things like our online activity. How did I read that wrong? That sounded wrong.
No, okay.
Real-world purchases and public records together, it's enough to figure out your political leanings and health status, even if you're pregnant. Friday's news that the Supreme Court had overturned Roe v. Wade and abortion could become illegal at 13 states within a month. Sorry, sometimes these are
Yeah,
typos.
no.
Highlight concerns about ways these piles of information could be used. Okay. You can't fully scrub yourself from the internet. A little bit of you will always linger, whether it's in data broker databases, on old social media you forgot about, or in the back of someone else's vacation photos on Flickr. That's no reason to give up. You can absolutely take steps to protect your privacy by cleaning up things like your Google results, For the best results, you'll need time, money, patience, and to live in a country or state with strong privacy laws. This week's Ask Help Desk question is all about the data brokers. How do I get my information deleted from data aggregators? Asks Jennifer Swindle.
Huh.
Funny last name. From Sagal,
Idaho.
But first, we're going to take a step back and start with something a little more public.
Oh.
Start with Google. Google is what most people think of when they worry about their data online. The search engine is the largest indexed of websites, but it's often just the messenger. Know that anything you manage to remove from a search result will likely still live on the site hosting it unless you also get them to take it down. Which, hey, I don't know if this is a concern for you, but hey, this is stuff popping up right now. It's really funny that these are interesting articles. Seriously, what prompted this article? How many people are trying to erase their metadata right now?
Ron Swanson has left his mark on the world.
The nation where your face print is already being tracked.
It's cute that they say nation as if it's only just one.
Texas Info Warrior, bro. Hey, it is so good to see you. What's up? Hope you're having a good evening. Hope you guys are all having a good evening. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. John Connor was right. No kidding. Beauty for Ashes, what's up? Kelly S., I saw you sneak in. She's like sneaking in, like hoping no one sees me.
That's right.
Connecting with ladies that aren't afraid to get pregnant accidentally. Oh, wait. Is that rude of me? FB is a privacy nightmare, too. I agree, MLP. So, the nation where your face print is already being tracked. Does anyone care? Australia's unique use of facial recognition technology has caused controversy and stoked privacy fears, but there is a chance that it could become a world leader in regulating its use.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, there's no way that this is already being used in like the Middle East. They have like when you're driving, they can detect how fast you're going and see like who's driving the car. Like, they have crazy surveillance and security, so to speak.
In Dubai, have you seen?
Yeah, like it's crazy. But anyway, I digress.
I'm taking down my monkeypox decorations and putting up my riot season decorations.
That's right.
That's hilarious.
That's right.
What's up, Joe?
It consists of little Molotovs and...
Australia. So if you guys, hey, if you're in Australia, if you're visiting Australia, watch out. Watch out for real. You know what I mean? Digital News Report 2022. This year's report reveals new insights about digital news consumption based on a YouGov survey of over 93,000 online news consumers in 46 markets covering half of the world's population. Okay. The report documents ways in which the connection between journalism and the public may be fraying, including a fall in trust following last year's positive bump. Okay.
Yeah,
A declining interest in news and a rise in news avoidance. That's me. Okay. If I walk into the house and my dad's got something going on, when I'm not trying to hear it, I'm out. I ain't trying to hear it. It also looks at audience polarization and explores how young people access news. Younger audiences have a weaker connection with news brands and are increasingly accessing the news via platforms such as TikTok, writes lead author Nick Newman. What do you guys think about that?
LOL. But now that's the problem, is that your TikToks, things like that, heck, I mean, like, anybody can sway and change the information to fit their narrative. So just...
USA, only 26% of Americans trust news generally, a 3-point decrease and the lowest figure on our sample. India is a strongly mobile-focused market with 72% accessing news through smartphones, which, I mean, come on, what the hell? Okay. South Africa, 65% share news via social or email. I guess they mean social media. One of the highest figures from our sample. UK, 46% say they avoid the news sometimes or often. This is almost twice the level seen in 2016. Okay.
Well, and that's hugely dependent on what you consider news, because you know, if you consider YouTubers, you know, people kind of boots on the ground type people as news, which I do, well then, yeah, that's fine. But mainstream news, yeah, I think a lot of people have lost their trust for it.
Absolutely. I think it's like bipartisan at this point. Conservatives purged from USA Today newsrooms by diversity committees, claims former editor.
I don't
So
care.
watch out, USA Today, okay, is going to become more, even further out of touch.
But interesting that they chose the word purge today, you know, with everything going on.
Beauty for Ashes. I heard a government dude say back in the 90s in an interview that the public are 10 years back on technology, what
Yep.
they release to public. So what kind of technology do they have? It is mind-blowing. Yeah, a little sketchy. Awesome Nail Tech. Good evening. What's up? Good evening. How are you? That's so awesome to see you guys.
It is so good to see everybody.
Here we go.
We gotta check in on Los Angeles.
There you go. We'll just. No, what we gotta do. There you guys go.
What did it do?
Huh?
What did it do?
Mary
Look at
Sheldon,
the
thank you so
Joker
much.
on the wall.
Oh, wow. Well, instead of this, we're looking at.
Oh, yes. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you.
Now
I haven't gotten a chance to check PayPal yet. I'm sure I have some love on there. One of my mods should put up my link tree every once in a while. If you could sub to me on the other platforms, I'd really appreciate it.
Sorry, it looks like the police line is about to move in. Do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they're moving out over here.
Or moving out?
Well, I got PayPal love from Callie Scuba, Rhonda Todd, James. Oh, wow. James hit it up huge. Wow. Juliana, thank you guys so much for thinking of me. Appreciate it.
Wow, awesome nail
That's going in
tech.
the gas tank, but James and the homies started a college fund for me, it looks like.
Awesome nail tech. Kim Clement prophesied this very Supreme Court ruling back in 2014. That's awesome. That's awesome. Head of lettuce is only good, convenient for a commercial application, easy to package, export. For home, I say grow loose leaf lettuce. They are way more weather resistant and you can harvest year round. Well, thank you, Tuloco.
Yes.
Looks like a jester. Yeah.
Yeah. Joker gesture.
I want to grow potatoes. I'm looking at go download and put on a hard drive if you have that capability. Canadian Prepper just put out this video where him and a soil scientist are planting a garden indoors.
Yep.
And I think it's called How to Not Die.
Right.
It's a good video.
Yeah, How to Not Die in SHTF.
I just put a message in the chat. It's really important. It's a link called Stringers Live. It's a collection of independent filmers like myself. We come out and we provide live breaking news just to give the community an unfiltered look at what's happening. Sort of like...
That's awesome. Beauty for Ashes. It says, I'm watching Kim Clement right now.
Please go to stringerslive.com. Especially now that gas prices are really out of control. These guys don't make a lot of money, but they're out there just to provide the kind of coverage and transparency.
Pilgrim Radio, what's up?
The news will come out and do like a little sound bite and be on to the next thing. But we provide that in-depth coverage. I'm going to be live till probably 2 or 3 in the morning tonight. A lot of
Yes, Beauty for Ashes. Southern Prepper One is a great channel for boots on the ground and plenty of other gardening, water catchment, battery, solar. Southern Prepper One.
Yep, that's absolutely.
Boots on the ground. He does excellent stuff. Love Southern Prepper One.
I feel like this is going to be the one to watch. Look, they've got the helicopter going around. The cops do look like they're about to move in. And I don't know, it always seems
Well, look
like,
at the giant group of cops in the background.
on both ends, like they're going to push separately, but that gesture looking down is always relevant. And what is that on the ground?
You. Good. Yeah, which way are you going? Oh my gosh.
Look at this. How do you grow
I'm praying for you. I
potatoes?
hope you make it.
Well,
You too.
It depends. I'm not an expert. I just watched the video.
so you cut a potato.
That's right. You cut a potato.
With you want to get cut it into pieces that have 3 eyes.
Yeah, you have to. You're looking for eyes because
And
your
you want
eyes are
them
going to
be-
turn into little sprouts.
Yeah, you want them to be growing out a little bit, but before they rot, and you're gonna plant those into a deep bucket, a 5-gallon bucket, a 7-gallon bucket. Or you can get, a bag that has a window.
And potatoes produce a lot
Yes,
of
they do.
potatoes. There
Yes,
are
they
a
do.
lot of potatoes in that bucket when it's done. Kelly says, I like pinball preparedness, but he's not posted as much lately. I love pinball. I watch pinball. I was watching pinball every day for a little bit there in my break. Indians.
What's up, Mrs. Ghetto? How you been?
Mrs. Ghetto, what is up? What is up? Good to see you. Tell Ghetto I said what's up. I grow my potatoes on hay bales. It works good, easier than bags or tires. Thanks, man.
Right.
Guys, we got to get together, make a mutual assistance group. We got to grow food. I'm telling you. What's it called? Landonia.
That's right.
We will
Look.
we will all share portions of Landonia and grow food. Okay? I don't know. We got to be careful because stuff's gonna get wild. We're gonna need friends, guys.
That's exactly
We
right.
need to come together
Mm-hmm.
before the poop hits the poop's hitting the fan right now. We can slow motion poop hitting the fan.
That's right. Because I was going to say it would be cool to do a series like you and Craig the Hunter forming a mutual assistance group, but
Which we are. We probably are.
But it's you
Hear
know,
the
it's
orders?
just- it's a little late.
I'm not sure if they're yelling it from the helicopter.
What are they yelling?
Well, let's listen.
Usually they say like it is now 10:45. By 10:50, get out.
Taters and riot. That's right. That's right. Get the ketchup. And don't forget the Dukes. Okay?
That's right.
Deploribus said I might be moving back to Alabama before it hits.
I would prefer to be, that's not a bad spot.
That's not a bad
Again,
spot.
I know this is a supercharged, emotionally charged topic, but
Oh,
you guys could stay
Petey, you're
as chill as
so
possible. I
lucky.
Petey
appreciate
is
it.
so lucky.
There are a lot of
Oh
other
my
chats that you can go into if you want to talk shit. This is usually
So
a
it
chill
begins.
channel.
I have felt like that
Just
all
tonight,
day,
we have a lot of
baby.
action.
So it begins. The hordes have amassed.
Build our own Disney
If
World.
you
That's
spam,
right.
you'll definitely be banned. You're probably expecting that, but that's what'll happen.
What's the name of this building?
The Jester Building.
Ooh,
We could
don't
find
know.
it pretty quick if we
That's
start
right.
looking.
That's
It's
right.
in Los
Gallon
Angeles.
of gas.
I'm
Cheers,
doing
man,
it.
for being cool and
No.
message. Hey, thank you so much.
It's going to take you a minute.
No.
Protest season. Sorry, riot season.
Thank you.
It looks like this
Appreciate
mostly
that.
peaceful protest is about to get stepped up to a pretty peaceful protest. The purge is about to begin. Yeah, no joke. Magic Prepper is good as well. Yes, absolutely. Beauty for Ashes. Thank you guys for reminding me. All these are great resources and good opinions. Everyone we've mentioned so far, there are plenty that we're leaving
We're gonna go
out.
for a new location. Here come the big dogs, though. Look at these SUVs.
Oh snap!
You know you fucked up when these SUVs come in.
That's the Riot
These are
SUV.
the ones
That's
that you can
right.
stand on the side of. Look at the lower area. They have the area where the cops can stand on the sides.
Uh-oh. Look at this dude.
Oh.
Riot Buddies for life. Awesome nail tag.
These are
She's
like
the
the
first one
SWAT
to
SUVs.
say
That's
it.
right. That's right.
Robert
Old times.
Robert usually shows up and says it.
Please
maybe
subscribe. This channel covers breaking news in Los Angeles and Orange County.
Maybe Bill Gates will host us on his farmland. Did you know that his biggest holdings are in Louisiana? I did know that.
I know.
I can't stand it, but I did know that. Man, I feel so bad for the honest people that live in those cities. Amen. Exactly. Deplorous Rex, good luck to Mr. Gates actually trying to hold on to that land if Cajuns and good old boys' families are starving around them. Exactly. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard theme song now begin. Making their way the only way they know how.
That's right.
That's just a little bit more than the law will allow.
I've really never seen it.
Oh, I've seen my cousin when I was a kid, he burned every episode of the Dukes of Hazzards for me. Hey, I don't care. I'm willing to admit, okay? If you're saying we're going to turn our kitchen into a green room, I can say that I watched the Dukes of Hazzard as a kid. I had every episode, and I watched it back to back. Okay, Uncle Jesse, Boss Hog. I have a pair of horns on my truck. I need to post a picture.
You do.
Timothy.
I can't believe these folks are still getting donations. I thought that was something that went by the wayside. Whoa.
Yes, indeed, deploribus.
Whoa.
Crypto, Bezos owns over 400K acres in Texas. I wonder why. Too Loco. Hey, we watched Kyle take out the what? Hey, that's true, dude. No way. We did. We watched that live.
That's right.
You got 6G going on that
and Fire Feet. Crazy time, y'all.
That's right. So what is that? A drone?
I think that's his portable microphone.
No way.
Yeah. So he's got his little doodads. Oh, look at the puppy.
So sorry. I wanted to see. This dude really is.
Guy's giving a play-by-play.
I named my orange tabby cat Roscoe. Roscoe be Coltrane. Roscoe be Coltrane.
Hit the like button. Aw, thank you so much, Awesome Nail Tech.
Thank you so much.
How awesome of you.
Is that a dirt bike laying on the ground?
All right. We're going to a new location.
His name is I Am. Hey, Brofish,
Hey,
dude.
Beans, thank you.
Brofist.
Cheers to everybody hitting up super chats right now. Appreciate it.
Dopey, dude. That's awesome. It's so good to hear that you guys watch the Dukes of Hazzard, man. That's awesome.
Come on, Bandit. Come on, Bandit. Right.
That's right. Hey, Smokey and the Bandit's good too. Burt Reynolds, some Trans Am Firebird action. Those are all my favorites, by the way. Amber, what's up? What's up?
Thank you for your help.
Suck in the surrounding area. Oh, buddy. It's like, I'm gonna go ahead and go back past that.
The levels of suck are increasing. You must move in now.
So this is Skid Row we're in right now.
Wow.
Well, I'll say I'm rather pleasantly surprised because
this is a press car right here.
I really was imagining some horrific sights that we might see, some horrific
well, just hold on.
displays of whatever you will.
Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because there are more.
Because you see some pretty crazy stuff just in Mardi Gras, so this is pretty tame. I'm cool.
We do. We see some crazy stuff on Mardi Gras. Let's see if I can pull up. This is definitely old timies right here.
Wow.
This dude's back in his car. All right. And it's about to go down, so we got to find some more on the ground stuff.
And then you have to wonder, so like, what you think DC just went home? You think everybody's just calm now?
No, they learned.
Right, exactly.
That's what I think.
Everybody is offline. So. Huh.
Who is there? West Coast Digital. Let's do that. You guys, if you want to know where we're going to a YouTube channel called West Coast Digital.
Hey, come everyone.
All right, we got that done. No, only 9 p.m. on the West Coast.
That's right.
I watch Dukes of Hazzard in Spanish, so I don't know if that counts.
Do you speak Spanish?
Yeah, Tu Loco.
Oh, okay. I didn't see who had said it. I was like, because that would be a great way to learn.
That's an excellent.
Can you imagine?
Maybe
learning...
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm
in
like,
Spanish.
can you imagine learning Spanish by watching Dukes of Hazzard in Spanish?
No way. Come on now, get out of here. That's my favorite car, Jay. He says, I have never watched Dukes of Hazzard, but my friend owned a fully restored 69 Charger with the Confederate flag on it. Now, I could take the car with or without the flag, but, you know, a 69 Dodge Charger is my favorite 440 Hemi, hemispherical, okay? Do you guys think tonight will be the night the Civil War goes hot? No, but definitely we're in hot times. So, like, the gray man is going to take more of, you know, be more of the gray man. I mean, if you're smart, maybe now is not the time to have an FJB sticker on you know.
Exactly.
Or, you know.
Not that you're not, you know, proud
You're
of
free to speak your
exactly,
mind, but we're also free to deal with the consequences of speaking our mind.
That's right.
You know. Not to say anyone's going to control me. I'm not going to. If I had a sticker like that on my truck, I'm not going to take it off. You know.
Right.
But,
I get that. But
you also have to be prepared for what that might bring.
So let's see. New York Post says extremists could launch violent attacks for weeks in response to Roe v. Wade ruling. So I'm just saying this isn't.
I had
going
not
anywhere.
looked. I had not seen that, but I had a feeling. I was like, so we had the Summer of Love. Are we looking at the Summer of Rage?
Possibly.
All at the same time as everything else going on in the world, especially in America, with shortages, recession, gas prices. These people can't afford to do this.
People that are
the cops aren't going to be able to afford the fuel to do this.
Right.
I mean,
people that are already ready to pop, mixed with this heat.
so if you do push this on for 2.5 months, you might see it go hot. Okay, and I'm talking about Kyle Wildcat Kenosha Kid on a bigger scale. Okay, people got to do what they got to do to protect their businesses, because they're not going to be able to snap back. Okay, and people already struggled last time to snap back.
That's right, and we don't have grocery stores to give up and such.
We don't
but
have grocery stores to give up.
Hopefully, everybody can keep their cool and truly peacefully protest. I just looked up trying to find something crazy, you know, if anything crazy is happening in DC or what have you. Nothing has been posted yet that I can find, but of course, you know, morning will tell.
I would very much appreciate that, Jay. Brofist, dude. He's like, I'll send you pics on Gab.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What percentage of these people actually care about the issue at hand, or are they just using this as excuse to party and get laid at the end of the protest, given the age of most of them? I agree with that sentiment, Bob. Yeah, I agree with that. A lot of this is just good time. There is an element behind the good timers who have a nefarious goal.
Right.
Okay. Back in Portland, back in Seattle, there was a nefarious Antifa element amongst the crowd that would push the good timers to the front as armor. Okay. So they would use these people who were going there to get laid and get drunk or get high or whatever, or have a good time, party. And so the cops are looking at the frontliners who are just good timers, but in the back are the people with the Molotovs, with the mortar rounds, with weapons of all kinds. Okay.
Do you remember that one time when they took over that police station?
Yes.
This is just, it's also reminiscent. It's like, oh yeah, I know it's different reasons, but
first they took over a block in Seattle. Then they
right.
took over 3 blocks. Then they took over 6 blocks, and then they took over 8 blocks. I believe it turned into like 12 blocks. I don't remember. It was a lot. They took over a good chunk of Seattle. Are they about to throw down? Yes or no, guys? What are your gas prices?
Yeah. Any change for you guys today?
Crypto McCrypto says, we are witnessing the restoration of states' rights.
That's right.
Very interesting comment.
That's right.
Very interesting.
That's right.
Tom Baker weirded me out as a kid. That scarf was scary and a fashion violation. Oh.
He was an odd bird.
Awesome Nail Tech agrees with crypto. Amber, we've got the militia posted at the pregnancy care centers out here. Seriously,
Wow,
we need
really
pictures
good.
of that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Told you owe me that $1.
You owe me $1.
Fall back, get back to work, guys. Fall back.
Starting to see some gas prices roll in. Still $7 a gallon. Oof. That's awful.
Sullivan, is that down?
5.05 today in Indiana. Oof.
Wow.
Oh, no one else is going to give us a thumbs up?
They didn't just take over the police station in Minneapolis. They cut the gas line and burn it down.
MLP says if fuel becomes an issue, we'll go back to rationing gas diesel, and priority will go to the state, police, fire, ambulance, etc. That's right, and military potentially. Gasoline here in San Jose-ish is $6.65. Oh my god.
That's the cash price.
Give it away, give it away. We love you. Disperse.
570 in Oregon. 649.
Down, the guy?
I'm here for the spice. What's up? 2 + 2 = 4. Welcome. Share us out with your friends. Invite them to the spice if it happens.
Uh-huh.
570.
We're all up in their shit. Oh, they got this guy right here. Damn. The plastics?
No,
He said
he
was
doesn't
taking
strike
the
me as being upset about abortion
I don't
rights.
know, man. Hopefully you still got them. Yeah. The ones they put on me on the bus from last time, I actually took them home as a souvenir. Oh yeah.
Two Loco says, nah, no hot civil war yet. It seems like it on the internet, but when you go out on the streets and talk to people, we have more in common than not, regardless of political views. Exactly, 100%.
Put him in the back?
540 diesel.
Damn, put him in the back.
Oof, in Georgia.
I don't know what the back is, but I'm glad I'm not going there.
Ralph's channel, Highland and Tiff, formerly Goblin Smith. Hey, Ralph's channel,
What's up?
Brofist, dude. What's up? Good to see you.
We're just overly exaggerating if we just look at media, internet, pop culture. Most real people I interact with in the real world agree with my position. That's right. Or only have very small variants of differences, which is usually, you know, like once you communicate, you still are coming from the same place. You may just have different opinions on it. So the isolation was definitely a big factor, and the division. Keep each other away, you know? Oh, we have jogging.
Yeah, whenever they're running, man, something's going on.
This guy's looking up like there's a UFO. Do you see this guy on the left? He was looking.
He's looking at the helicopter right above him.
Everyone, he doesn't want us to go that way. Hey, look, hey, them dudes went straight through. I know, that's what I'm saying. Let's go, bro.
Petey says, yeah, but all it takes is a couple instigators on both sides and bad things happen.
Uh-huh.
The American Civil War started over a slave owner shooting a slave. What? Did not know that. Not doing any woodworking right now, but we need to.
Right.
Unbroken. We'll show you whenever we get started. We have like 2 or 3 woodworking projects that we need to have finished. I also have like, I have a lot of work to do.
Look at all this police activity, everyone.
Let's see.
Regent.
That's a police line right there.
It is LA, Kelly. Oh, sorry.
Main Street now is, looks like it's open.
Definitely getting flashbacks of the Summer of Love.
That's right. That's right. And I realize now, I saw the Regent earlier, Kelly, so I don't know if that's helpful, but...
Whiskey Pete. Hey, haven't seen you in 37 years. What's up?
10-8-3-97.
I don't know who's more screwed, me or you over. Did you hear that guy?
I love the Christmas lights.
78397, these people are crowding around me over.
You can hear them yelling from far down the street. Aw, thank you, Amber.
Oh, here they go. Oh boy. Stormtrooper activate. They have created a barrier.
Let's stay right here, man. Don't push me, man. Don't push me. Don't push me. Don't push me. Don't push me. Don't push me.
Mary, what's up? Good to see you.
Go southbound from this area.
They're getting serious. They're locking it down. Looks like block by block. Sorry, I'm switching back between West Coast Digital and SGV News First. If you guys want to follow these guys in Los Angeles.
The chanting is getting louder. Or was.
All it takes is one punch from a cop, you remember?
See, most everybody is laughing. Like, I'm not...
Well, they're shutting it down, so they're forming perimeters, and they don't care if you're laughing or...
But I am hearing chanting from down the street, or was.
That's a lot of cops. Right, MLP. 2 + 2 = 4. We totally agree with that. Chanting sounds like a mob of Karen zombies moving. And that's no offense to any of y'all out there named Karen, but you know what I mean.
That's right.
You know, they're mad right now, and they're gonna take it out on whoever is.
I'm not even near this, and I'm a little freaked out. I'm like, oh gosh, look, just get out of here before they get here.
Praying for the safety of all. Amen, Crazy L. We definitely don't want to be hating or, spreading hate or anything.
Damn, these dudes almost got out and fucking capped on me.
Sorry for the language, guys.
Like if I'm a threat with a cell phone in my hand.
Hollyweird is quacking up on Twitter. Please roll in some of the tweets, Cinnamon One. Let us know what some of the Hollyweird is saying on Twitter.
Hey, they're messing with dude over here. Some guy right here. Who's this guy? Let's back him up. Oh, it is? Huh? Yeah.
Chips, yeah. I used to watch Chips all the time.
Squats down south or hold people off your backside. Down, back up, around Maine and 3rd, somewhere in that area. Maine and 3rd in Canada.
Filthy Phil. That's the next YouTube channel we're going to see. Filthy Phil. Whenever we can.
Ready, bro. Fucking right there, bro. Let's do it. I'll strap it away. Fucking have a war. Just talk to the cops and say.
Looks like this guy is very upset with some conservatives in the area. And he's telling them to do something.
Oh, they're gonna do it? They're gonna shoot me. I stole their fucking umbrella. Fuck them. I bet you they couldn't catch me, though. I bet you if I run fast enough, they probably couldn't even shoot me. Hey, babe. I'll call you right back. I'll follow these motherfuckers.
Oh, you fat cow! Everybody's leaving you!
Wow. I wouldn't want to be in that crowd. Sorry. I thought I was seeing something go down.
Well, you kind of are. I mean...
No, I can pay you to be on TV and a little drink of that soda right there. I'll give you $5.
I can't be on TV.
You can't be on TV? Why? I'm on TV. Look. Let's say you do it. Look. See the TV? Look. I almost look like a woman's breast.
Wow.
No, you look good. You're good. You look like you could be on TV. That's what I'm saying. You could be a movie star. You're 4'10" or what? 4'10". You know they have like a genre of fucking TV shows with women just like you. She could be on fucking Magic Porn. What's wrong with you? Scuffed Egypt Beauty. This is what it's called.
Yeah, this dude's clearly unhinged. And they're just Stonewall Jackson over here. Look at what Biden posted. Bette Midler's post above. They rolling? MLP.
What?
Oh. Okay. Leave the meth head alone, you weirdo. Thank you, Kelly. I'm telling you guys, I need a panel. I need to set you guys up with a link. I gotta figure out how to do all that. You guys need to come up here and comment with me.
Fireworks, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah, watch out 4th of July, celebrating freedom. Break time!
Yeah.
Chinese. Ooh, Chinese sounds so good.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Are you getting Chinese? It's too late.
No, it's
too
way
late for
too
Tay.
late. I'm just saying.
It was convoluted, deploribus. I actually read the text of the Roe v. Wade decision earlier today. It was a very convoluted argument.
Oh yeah, it was. It was spotty at best. Even the left knows that. So and
American be savage. Sorry, babe. So wondering, is today worse? Can someone please define insurrection for me? Please. Supreme Court doesn't give Americans their right with their rulings. No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thought they were coming for him.
That's right.
Let's see. Anything else going down? What are they saying? Probably don't want to know.
God damn it, people are fucking retarded. Yeah, because people that live downtown, lives don't mean shit. But when they have nothing to do.
That's right. 2 + 2 = 4. That's right.
That's right. The Supreme Court deploribus, they interpret the Constitution in a modern context. Even the Constitution didn't give us rights; it merely stated them.
That's right.
That's right.
Hank, are you watching anybody in Arizona? We can switch to that.
Insurrection, Boston Tea Party.
Hey, let me know if you're gonna rough me up so I can stand up, huh?
American be savage. That's
If you're gonna ruffle my feathers.
alcohol and something. I'm one sick pup. Says I always thought insurrection meant the violent overthrow of the government.
I appreciate you for slapping that like button.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
You're gonna look it up for us?
I'm gonna look it up.
Well, I just meant it as a joke.
Well, now I'm just curious for the actual definition. Sometimes these days definitions change.
Yes, Mary says so. Chop Chaz was the true insurrection, right?
A violent uprising against an authority or government.
Oh, is it? No, not yet. This isn't that bad. It seems to be pretty in check in Los Angeles right now.
But Hank said that Arizona was popping off.
I know, and there is nothing in Arizona from what I can see. Offline.
Okay, so is everybody just rolling out?
Yeah, that's just about it, man.
Okay,
but
guys.
don't worry, guys.
Right.
This is just night one of the summer of rage. Or
No.
if this is the night of rage, hey,
Primero noche.
they're taking it easy tonight, okay? Seriously, when they do this kind of stuff, it's for a good time, and the nefarious use the good timers as body shields. Just like defund the police, if they can't defund them legitimately, then they're going to have them out all night long babysitting protesters. Okay. Yeah. So with this recession, they won't be able to afford to stay unless we see some serious self-sacrifice on the cop side,
Well, I suspect that people were mobilizing today, if you will. But I also suspect that, we're not going to see either everybody was well behaved and did pretty good, or we're going to see, what happened in the morning. Or not.
Put your predictions in the comments.
Right.
Let us know.
Or do you think that they would not let that go to mainstream, And then the other question is...
Well, you're meaning because towards the end of protest season in the Summer of Love, Antifa really, because it came down to where there were no good timers around. There was no partiers.
Right.
It was just people committed to the chaos. And so when they started to do their dirty deeds, they didn't want streamers to film. They didn't want streamers to be around. Yep. In Portland, they took over some house that was being wrongfully evicted towards the end of it.
The Red House, I believe.
But either way, okay.
Interesting now.
This is just night one, guys. So buckle up. All right. And let's be praying, man. But I look forward to potentially more hangouts where if they're gonna stream the collapse, we might as well hang out and view it with you guys. What are you thinking?
Yeah. Well, just
tomorrow is gonna be scary. This whole weekend is going to be sketchy. That's right. So, look out for that notification. Re-click the notification bell.
That's right.
Re-click the subscribe button. Let's see what that does. Maybe that'll help out notifications because you never know. Tomorrow might be going live during the day. Might be. There's no telling. Right. There's no telling.
And then literally everything is about this right now. So what else is going on while we're all looking at this?
Kelly says my prediction is July 4th is on Monday. This year they'll do something that weekend. Look, okay, what else is going on? It's distracting us from stuff like this, okay? American long-range missile launchers, HIMARS, being used on the Russians, okay? That's one distraction on top of the economy. Hello.
Yeah, no joke.
But, hey, with that, I just want to leave you guys and say,
Jay says, I predict I'll be drinking a lot more beer. Sorry.
Yeah, pray for peace and America coming back together at the level of the people. Amen. To that, Deploribus Rex. We definitely need Jesus now more than ever. Right. We need our Savior. I predict I will. Yeah, that's hilarious, Jay. It was good seeing you guys. I hope to see you guys back on the next notification. For real, click that notification bell. See if that'll reset it or something. I don't know. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight on Unspecified Podcast.
Have a safe weekend.
Keep your head on a swivel out there. Situational awareness. Don't be sucked into the phone in public. And until next time, guys, I love you, and we'll see you on the next one.
That's right. Good night.